Okay, we are live. Finally, took me a little bit tonight to get going and get live, but we're we're here just in time for the main event, the two main events for the Supercross Championship. For the Supercross, for tonight's Supercross. Oh my God, I am struggling so bad right now. Let me see, top chat. Let me go to live chat. There we go. I'm gonna share this out too. So let me go here, back out of here. I'm just gonna share this out really quick, guys. So give me a sec. Library, my videos. I know I'm talking out loud about everything, but live. Boy, why isn't it showing up? Your channel should be on YouTube. There we go. Why is that thumbnail stupid thumbnail? All right. Anyway, sharing this out right now. We got here just in time for the main events. Had a little bit of a late start, but it's all good. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be watching today. If you were watching last time, you can see that I have a new setup. I've got my picks off to the side now, over there, and then above me it shows the top 10 in the race. So you can see who's you can see first through 10th. There you go. That's better. So you get first through 10th, and you can see who's doing what during the race. They haven't started quite yet. They're getting ready to. I muted the TV for a minute because they were on commercial. So I just didn't want a copyright strike for music being played over the commercial, because I know that this thing is probably going to pick it up. So it's like, I don't want to risk a copyright strike here. So they are getting ready to start the main event. The riders have already done their sight lap. We're getting ready to start the 250 main event. You can see my 3 picks, who I think are going to win. I think Hunter Lawrence is going to win this race. He looked really good in his heat race. I think that Nate Thrasher will finish second because he stayed pretty close to Lawrence during that race. And then Jordan Smith looked really good in his heat, so I think he'll probably end up in third. The spoiler for tonight would be Hayden Deegan. I think he could probably make it in the top 3 as well. So the 250 picks were very hard. I'm not in a fantasy league for those. I just wanted to go ahead and add that little bit to this, where it's like, I'm just going to pick who I think's going to make it there for fun. So the 30-second board is up, and this race is getting ready to get underway. The guys are revving up the engines. They're on the start line getting ready to go. And here we go. Alright, they just dropped the gate. They're going down into the first corner right now. And it looks like Hunter Lawrence getting the start. Wow. Yep, Hunter Lawrence got the start. He's got Chris Blos right behind him. Blos is 35. He's like 10 years older than most of the guys out there. Hell, he's twice the age of one of the kids that are out there. Oh, nice pass, Thrasher. Yep, there's yep, there's my spoiler. Oh man, maybe I should have put him in third. I'm beginning to wish I would have put I would have put Deegan in third for the 250 picks. Again, the 250 class, they don't have a fantasy league for the 250s, but I'm just picking guys to put in there. Let me see. I'm going to share. I'm going to create a post. That is a horrible thumbnail. I need a new thumbnail for this. Alright, this is a Supercross Watchalong post. Alright. Deegan. Where's he at? So, Deegan is in 5th, Bloss is in 4th, then it's Smith, and then it's Thrasher and Lawrence. Right now, if they finish this way, like if this race were to end right now, I would have picked the top 3. But there's still 13 minutes to go, so I don't know if I'm gonna end up having my picks, or if I'm gonna get them correct today. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, Hunter Lawrence is leading the race. He's gone. And this track, they were just talking about this. The track has been changing like crazy. Like the soil is really soft. So when the guys go through it, they make ruts very easily. And if you've never watched Supercross or motocross, a rut pretty much a rut is when like I don't know. A rut is where like they leave a indent in the dirt, and their tires get traction in it. And if a rut is going the wrong way, it could send a rider off the track. And this track, there's a lot of like sideways jumping going on, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of cross ruts. That's when a rut doesn't go straight up a jump. When it's like slanted and the bike can go flying off. Again, that's if you don't know anything about the sport. But this track, they were saying earlier, the conditions were very moldable, or the conditions on the track were very ever-changing. So one lap you go through, and everything looks great. The next lap you go through, and everything's completely different. Oh, man. But is it going to tell me that I'm live? Oh, I was going to laugh. I was going to say, it's telling me that I'm live. That's hilarious. Anywho, my channel. But, yeah. These guys are going for it. Oh, and we got a dad joke. Let's see what it says. We're gonna wait for Nightbot to wake up a little bit. Jeremy Martin making a nice pass, getting into 5th. Okay. Right now my 250 picks are pretty solid for this main event. I've got Hunter Lawrence in 1st, Nate Thrasher in 2nd, and Jordan Smith in 3rd. And if you look at the top 3 right now on the scoreboard, you'll see that I got my picks pretty good. Let's see what the dad joke says. What does an angry pepper do? It gets jalapeno face. God damn, that's freaking hilarious. It really does. Oh my god. It gets jalapeno face. If it's gonna get jalapeno my face, it's gonna get cut up and put into some cheese sauce. Oh, nice pass. The Allen Park. It's good to see Vial back. He had a bad crash last week. He's that rider in the 250 race that had the really bad crash that I was like, what? That was Vial. He had a really bad crash last week. And you got Hunter Lawrence. Sorry. Jeremy Martin passing Deegan. Martin and Deegan could both play spoilers in my top 3. In the top 3 for the 250s. So I'm in a fantasy league for the 450 class, but the 250 class, they don't have a fantasy league. So what I did is each week what I'm going to do, I'm only going to stream I'm only going to stream a reaction for the main events, because I'm going to watch the heats ahead of time just to try and like get an idea of who I want to pick. And based on the 250 heats, I'm going to pick a top 3 of guys that I think are going to win the main event. I'm good. I had a slow start to the day. How are you today, Odds? But yeah, I'm good, bro. It's just, it's been a long day. Been kind of tired, so, I was gonna stream the entire event, and I just went, nah, I kind of just want to do the main events, and I think I'm gonna do that moving forward. I'm just gonna stream the main events on Saturdays. It gives me more of my day back, too, so I have a little bit more time to get ready for the stream. Like, as you can tell, I added a few new things here, or redid it. Oh! What? Wow! Lawrence just ran into a lapper. Luckily, he didn't go down, but the lapper wouldn't get out of his way. And they came together. But man, that was nerve-wracking. My perfect score almost went away there because of a lapper. Holy crap. I can't believe that my picks were this good, like, or that I did this well. Ow! Yeah, he ran right into the guy. But he hit his hand on the other guy's handlebar. But it's so hard being a lapper in this series because the tracks are narrow. There's obstacles and jumps. All they have letting them know that a fast guy is coming is a blue flag, and they can't really see him. You can hear him, but you can't really see him. Oh, that guy got elbowed. Damn. He got elbowed in the face. Damn. Yeah, it knocked his hand. It knocked his his throttle hand off. Like his hand went off the bar and into the guy's helmet. Oh, I said a lapras? Whoops, lappers. So, lappers are the guys who are like a lap down. They're just not as fast as the fast guys or the guys leading the race. Hell, they're almost lapping up to 10th. And if they do lap up to 10th, you'll start seeing when they show on the screen, it'll show what lap they're on and a difference. And when it says one lap, it means that the leader is on the next lap already. All these guys in the top 10, they're good. They're not going a lap down yet, but Hunter is flying right now. Like, he's on rails. So I honestly think that within the next 2 minutes, you could start seeing him lapping into the top 10. Currently, he's lapped up to 11th place. So, 11th place is the next guy on his list to lap, and then it's Cody. Yeah, then it's Cody Shock, who's in 10th. He'll be the next one that he tries to lap, but he's doing a really good job up front. After that little run-in with that lapper, Hunter's been able to pull himself together pretty much, and he's running a really, really good race. He's got a 5-second lead over Thrasher, who's got a 5-second lead over Smith, who's got a 7-second lead over Martin. So, I mean, these guys are pretty spread out. All right, Cody Shock is going to be the next person to be lapped by Hunter Lawrence, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about in a minute, because it is going to show on live timing and scoring. You'll be able to see it. And one of the reasons that I actually decided to put the live timing and scoring up there, one of the reasons that I decided to have that up there was when I was a kid, we couldn't really, we weren't able to watch Supercross live. Like, we couldn't actually, sit there and watch the race live on TV when I was a kid. They would air it like the next week or the next day. So they'd air it on like a Sunday morning on ESPN, or they'd air it on like a Saturday afternoon on ESPN or something like that. And that was before they went to Speed Channel. So we would actually sit around my mom's computer in my parents' office, and we'd sit around her computer and listen to the race. I think it was, let's see, who was calling it who was doing the radio calls back then? I think it was Jason Wygant and Jim Hawley. Those guys were calling the races on what they were calling Supercross Live, and it was a live way to listen to the race, but you had to listen to it on the radio or over the internet. So you'd go online, you'd listen to it, and then we'd pull up live timing and scoring, and look at their positions as the races were going. So we would sit there glued to the computer, watching names move up and down, listening to these guys talk about the races, and it was the coolest thing ever back then. As a kid, and in all honesty, it was a lot of fun. Like, those guys, they really did a good job calling the action and making the races fun to listen to. I mean, heck, we even had my uncle and my cousin over at one point. We had a little, like, listening party almost. Like, it was cool. Aw, damn. Hayden Deegan crashed. Wow, that sucks. He just got passed by a guy who is twice his age. It's crazy. This kid is 17. I think he's 17. I think they said he's 17. But he just got passed by a 35-year-old. Let's see what he did. Alright, he's going through the whoops. Yep. Cross-threaded. Just cross-threaded in the whoops. Went over the handlebars. He hit a tough block. That's a good thing. Bounced right back up. He's a kid. It's the one thing about like the younger riders, they sometimes tend to make a lot of mistakes. Oh, don't make another one. Whew. Stay on the bike. It's one of the things about the younger riders is the younger the rider, the more likely they are to take bigger risks and make more mistakes. But they are fun as hell to watch. Hunter Lawrence getting his 4th win of the season. All right, let's see if we can get Thrasher in second. Come on, be Thrasher. Yes. All right, that's 2. All I need is Jordan Smith to finish in 3rd, and I'm good. And he does. All right, hell yeah. All right, so my top three was accurate. That was a good 250 race. It was close. Those guys were on it. It was a good race. So the 450s are getting ready to head out there. And I am nervous about the 450 race. I am so nervous about that 450 race. I turn this down. Oh, this damn. After seeing the graphics for the new racing game, I'm really wishing that I didn't buy 23. I know that's terrible to say, but I haven't bought a motocross game in a few years because I've been buying the wrestling games. It's like one or the other. I tell myself one or the other. So I think what I'm going to start doing after 24. So after 2K24 comes out, I'm going to skip a year each. I'm gonna start skipping a year for each game. So I'll buy 24. I'm not gonna buy 25, and then I'll buy 26. You know, something like that. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. And then for the motocross games, I'm gonna do the opposite. So for 23 for this year, when I finally have enough money. When I finally have the money to do it, I'll buy this year's game, and then or unless it's on sale on the Steam store or on one of the subscription services. I'll figure it out. Might even wait till the whatever that Generations WWE game is on sale or something and grab it, like whatever that year is. Like get it at the very end. 25 goes on sale and like in December or something of 2025 grabs it for $15. I could see myself doing that, doing something silly like that. As far as other streams go, tomorrow morning I will be live on Twitch, doing my WWE 2K22 series. It's going to be the Iron Mountain pay-per-view. So we'll be doing it live on Twitch tomorrow morning. And then the other Octanes, I don't know. I'll try to figure that out. So I don't know exactly when I'm gonna be doing those Octanes, because I just realized that the new game launches on the 14th for me. So I should be able to play it on the 14th. If I'm not able to, then I'll do 22 content. If I'm able to get my hands on the new game, then I may just start doing the career mode and unlocking stuff right off the bat. Like I might just go right into career mode and just play through the career mode and unlock as much stuff as I can. But yep, that's that for that stuff. I'm always changing my mind on what I'm doing, but I do know I'm going to be streaming it. So as long as I guess the way I see it is, as long as I make my streams, that's the important part. What I may do, I don't know. But for this week, I'm probably gonna take a break from 22 after Iron Mountain, and then I'm going to focus on WWE 2K23, at least for the first week, just so I can try to unlock as much of the storyline as I can. But I will be streaming it, so that should be fun. I'll be streaming it when I get home from work. All week long. That should be fun. Some of it on Twitch, some of it on YouTube, and then I'll be dropping the replays from Twitch on YouTube. Or if I can figure out a way to do it on both by Tuesday and still have good internet connection, I'll just do it on both at the same time and just do 4 days of 2K23 streams on both platforms at the same time. I'll try and figure it out. I think there's a video out there somewhere. Alright, so they just interviewed Lawrence. Good interview. They're interviewing Thrasher right now. They're just interviewing the top 3. Actually gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab a soda. So give me 1 second. You know, it's funny. I was kind of waiting for 5 minutes later, and then I realized that what the hell's that? Then I realized that I'm doing this on YouTube and not on Twitch, so that wouldn't work. Interviewing Jordan Smith right now. We got a dad joke coming in. Let's see what it says. Dad joke. The shovel was a groundbreaking invention. Yes, it was. Freaking hell. Heck, the man that they called WWE Shovel ended up creating NXT. So, well, he ended up taking it over and turning it into what it is. So there was a point in time where they were calling Triple H the Shovel because he was always burying people. Yep. Walks away from the screen to go grab a soda. Gets back 5 minutes later. The freaking odds. Yeah, hey, I know it's all in good fun. That's the important part, right? Oh, man. So, Yep. But yeah, if I have access to the 2K22 game at the start of or on Tuesday. So if I find out that I have access to it on Tuesday, or Monday night at 9 p.m., because that's technically when I should have access to it, because that would be midnight on the East Coast. If indeed that is the case, the game will be downloading on Monday night, and then when I get home on Tuesday night, I will be jumping into career mode. I've got other priorities at work right now, so kind of just want to keep things as simple as possible on the home front. As far as games are concerned, we're going through a few changes at work, so I just need to make sure that I'm like 100% when I'm there. I need to be on my game, so I need to simplify what's going on outside of there and make it easier for myself to focus on what I need to when I'm at work. So I'll be trying to unlock some stuff in 23 and just get to that point. And then I'm probably gonna go ahead and create Kelly Mavericks and Jen Corso. And that way I can just get them to TJ and Blaze as soon as possible, so those guys have those characters. All my other characters I'm going to take my time creating. I don't have any plans on switching my creator wrestler shows over there until September. I'm aiming for September 30th. The reason I'm choosing that day to be my first creator wrestler stream is one, it'll allow me to like really get detailed with the characters this year and really focus on movesets and entrances and all that stuff. And two, it will to September 30th is technically like the anniversary of the show being streamed live on YouTube. So that's why I'm aiming for September 30th for the first my first stream in 23. The game wasn't out at that point. That was October. That's technically when I switched from 18 to 19, but I did my first stream in 18 on September 30th, 2018, which was 5 years ago this year. Hey, mods friends, welcome in. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And how are you doing today, mods friends? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Going on a rant, and I like looked away from the chat board for a second. So, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Alright, here we go. The 450 main is getting ready to start. So, a few notes before this race starts. Justin Barcia, the guy that I have picked for 4th, he won his heat race and looks really, really good tonight. They showed him backstage before the race started, and he had a big old smile on his face. When he looks like that, he is a definite threat. I can see Justin Barcia being the ultimate spoiler tonight and winning the race. Which is when this gets fun, because I am in a fantasy league for Supercross. So I made my picks like 3 hours ago, because you have to make them before the night starts. Before the first heat race, you have to make your picks. So I had until 4 p.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. Eastern to make my picks today, because they're on the East Coast. And I can see Justin playing the spoiler tonight. Chase, if Chase, Eli, and Cooper get the start, I don't see Justin playing the spoiler. But if Justin Barcia can get a start tonight, he will definitely be a spoiler. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's been a fun weekend, actually, so far. Looking forward to tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, these guys are at the gate. The 30-second board is up and getting ready to drop. It is time for the 450 main event. The sign is almost sideways. And if you want to watch along and then see what I'm actually watching, if you go live on Peacock, they are showing the race live. It is live on Peacock. Whoa! Wow! Ken got the start. Ken Roxon got a start. Holy crap! And Adam Cincerillo, that's a name you don't see up front, or I haven't seen up front. Oh, no, don't crash. Oh, shit, Adam almost crashed. And Webb got by Sexton. They're going over the triple into that bowl turn. And right now, Sexton and Cincerillo were bar to bar, but Sexton got by him. He is focused on Cooper Webb. They're going around the corner. Webb looks really, really good tonight. He's one of those guys who could be a spoiler too. I mean, that's why I put him in 3rd. I thought Eli would be doing better, but like he's in 7th place and struggling right now. Almost shades of 2001. I hate to say it, but the second that Chase Sexton figures this out and figures out how to run laps and not crash, he's gonna be the biggest threat to this series. I think he's the next guy. Like, I really do. I think he's the next person to step up and take the throne, pretty much. If anybody is going to dethrone Eli, it's going to be Chase Sexton. As he's blitzing the whoops while everybody else is struggling through them. What I mean by that is they go through these this obstacle that's called the whoop section, and it's a bunch of rollers, and you can either jump through it or you can skim through it on the top, and it almost looks like they're going in a straight line when they skim through it. And Chase has figured out a way to skim through it. Come on, Chase, go! I need him to get past Roxon. Let's see, where's the rest of the field at right now? Anderson's in 5th, so he's where I need him. Roxon, who I had as my wild card, got the start and looks amazing. It's what I get for not paying too much attention to practice today. But I knew I should have had practice on in the background. Roxon looks really, really good tonight. And my whole take on this is, even though this is like I'm in a fantasy Supercross league, so the picks that I made for the 450s, which are in that the top corner up there, there we go. The picks I made for the 450s are for points in a fantasy Supercross series. And I'm in a little family group, and we all play against each other. And, man, I'm probably going to lose tonight, but I'm okay with it. I would be okay with only getting a few points if Roxon were to win. Because he's one of my favorite riders. The only reason I had him in the wild card is he's been kind of not finishing in the top 5. So I was just like, I'm just going to put him in the wild card spot because it's close enough to the top 5. But that logic just bit me in the ass, most likely. I do want to see Chase get by him just so I can get 26 points. That's the only reason I want to see Chase pass him right now, is for the points. Other than that, I kind of want to see Roxon win. He's kind of overdue, in my opinion. It's really awesome to see him doing well on the Suzuki, or finally putting a good race together. Man, Eli is almost in the wild card. Eli is in the wild card spot. Wow, what the hell? It's just weird to see Eli Tomac in the wild card spot. But these guys they're all still pretty close to each other. Ah, crap. Damn it, Chase. God damn it. Man, he went down hard. Lost his visor and everything. Jesus. Wow. Alright, they're going to show it. Here we go. It's going through the whoops. He just cross-rutted. Oh! That wasn't his fault. He went into a rut, and his front tire got stuck in the rut. And it was going up a jump, and it pushed his wheel forward, and he kind of crashed and almost pile drove himself into a jump. Lost his front visor in the crash and everything. He went from 2nd to 12th. God damn, 10 spots. Challenging for the lead when he went down. Holy crap. And Roxon is gone. So now I'm 100% rooting for Roxon, because there's no way there is a way Webb will catch him. Webb's done it in the past, but there's no way that Sexton can catch him now. He's too far back. And I don't think there's enough time. Especially after going down that hard, there's not enough time for Chase to get him back. But Barsha's closing in on Webb, so he did have a really good heat race. Barsha could end up winning this race. I wouldn't be surprised after seeing what he did in the heat race, because he looked really good in the heats. I would not be surprised. Because he's closing in on Webb right now, and Webb's a former series champion. There we go. He's going around the corner. He lands. Oh, nice triple. There we go. He's going after. Barsha's getting pretty close to Webb. And then right behind them, you've got the battle for 4th and 5th. Or battle for 4th between Adam Cincerillo and brain is not wanting to work right now. Adam Cincerillo and Aaron Plessinger. Oh, Webb just made a mistake and whoops! Oh! I think Barsha's gonna get him. Yep, Barsha just got him. Right after that whoop section, Barsha was able to get around Webb, and he's probably gonna start reeling in Roxon here. So now the thing that I'm focused on is like the gap, and it was at 4 seconds a minute ago, and now it's already under 4 seconds. So Barsha is already starting to whittle away and close in on Roxon. It's already at 3.5 seconds. He is going that fast. He just gapped Webb in the whoops. These guys are they're flying right now, going around the track. They're doing like 47-second laps, so they're probably gonna go in a 20-minute plus a lap main. They're probably gonna do 25 plus laps tonight, which means this track is really gonna wear down. Barsha starting to gap Cooper Webb, and Justin Barsha has gained another 1/4 of a second on Roxon up front. He's being very smart and choosing his lines well. So that's good. Barsha doing an awesome job in this race. Wow. He is really starting to pull away here from Cooper Webb, and he's. Oh, it looks like Roxon may have gotten a sign from his mechanics telling him that Barsha was closing in, because Ken Roxon has started opening up the gap again. They're yo-yoing right now. That is really cool gear. I like Ken Roxon's gear. It's blue with yellow number plating, and it looks almost it's almost like Fallout colors, like Fallout Vault colors. It's really cool. So one of my favorite things about this series in particular is I really like the gear that the guys wear. It kind of, like, in all honesty, like the creations that I make in those WWE games, the gear designs that I get for my characters are heavily influenced by Supercross and Motocross. Let's see here. These guys are gone. They're not. Roxon is gone. Roxon is like 3 seconds in front. He's almost a full straightaway in front of Barsha at this point, but he is putting in a really good race. And like I said, it's awesome to see him. It's awesome to see him doing this. Like, I haven't seen Roxon be this dominant in a race in a long time, and it's really cool seeing him finally find his groove on this bike. He switched over to a new bike earlier this year. Roxon was on a Honda, but at the start of the 2023 season, he switched to Suzuki. That's why I have him highlighted in yellow instead of red. So when you look at my picks, I have them all highlighted based on the bike that they're on, like for their manufacturer. So the light red, that's Honda. The blue is Yamaha. The orange is KTM. The dark red, that's the gas machine. And then green is Kawasaki, and yellow is Suzuki. And this was, Roxon won his first championship on a Suzuki. So when he switched back to Suzuki, though it was kind of a surprise, he's doing pretty good on it. It's going to be interesting to see what he's able to do when they go into the outdoors and into the nationals. Which those will be interesting to call. Those are going to be very interesting to call. Because the motos are... They're in the national series. There are 4 motos. There's 4 motos to a thing, so it's going to be like a 4-hour stream, because each moto takes up about an entire hour, because it's 30 minutes plus 2 laps, and then they take time in between motos pretty much. So that'll be fun to call. Roxon is gone. Webb kind of was catching up to him. Barsha was... Actually, no, Barsha is still catching up. But Barsha has Webb still on his butt, too. I think mainly what it is Ken Roxon is just... He's in cruise control right now. He's conserving energy. I think that's probably what's actually going on. The lead is under 3 seconds with 5 minutes and 1 lap to go. Let's see. Roxon is less than 3 minutes ahead. It's about to go back up to 3 because he kind of gaps him going through this last half of the track. That's what's interesting is after the whoops, Roxon will pull away for a little bit, and then once they get into other sections, Barsha and Webb will close back in on him. But what's happening is they'll gain like 0.4 of a second, and then he'll pull away 0.3 of a second in the second half of the track. So they're just only getting close. They're just barely getting closer to him. Wow. How do you... That's crazy. Holy crap. Ken Roxon is a freaking legend. Going through the whoops, there's this really, really deep rut, and he went right through the middle of it, and you could just... It was very impressive. But now Roxon is running into some lap traffic. And the lap traffic that he's running into, these guys are in the top 10, which means they're racing for points. And it's kind of crazy to think that the next riders that he's going to be lapping are going to be Chase Sexton, Justin Hill, and Christian Craig, because those guys are all very fast. They're all very fast. So that just shows you just how fast Ken Roxon is going right now. He's about to pass one of the guys that was racing him for the lead just like 15 minutes ago. And Barsha is now only 2 seconds behind Roxon. 2 seconds. He is catching him. We've got 2 minutes left, and if Roczen gets caught behind, oh, and he just got caught behind a lapper. Oh man, and that guy really slowed him down. Oh geez. Barsha's right there now. The last 2 minutes of this race are going to be very interesting. Roczen is sort of gapping Barsha. This is the part of the track where Roczen pulls away. But they're getting closer to the part of the track where Barsha's a little faster. And he is only one obstacle behind Roczen right now. And Webb is right there too. Wow. We could have a 3-way battle for the win tonight. Barsha is in striking distance. Like, he is legitimately feet away from Roczen going into corners. Oh my god, they almost came together. Wow. Sexton got in his way. He's not used to getting lapped. He's used to lapping people. Wow. Barsha got caught up by lappers, but that's not stopping him. He is reeling Roczen in. They've got less than a minute left. If they cross the line before time is up, they'll have 2 laps left. All he's got to do is push Ken just enough so they get across the line before time runs out. And he'll have 2 more laps to try and pass him. Barsha's making mistakes left and right. Yep, we got 2 laps. Barsha has 2 laps to pass Ken Roczen if he's going to do it. Webb is falling back. It is just these 2. It is literally Justin Barsha and Ken Roczen. Whichever one of these guys holds it together is going to win this race. That's how close they are. They're taking different lines, but that doesn't matter. We're going through the whoop section. Barsha getting a little squirrely, but there's a lapper. Both get around him with no problem. They are literally almost bar to bar. It is fender to fender right now. That's the best way to put it. Instead of bar to bar, it's fender to fender. The gap is close enough that we could see a last lap effort from Barsha. Ken is riding defensive. He knows Barsha's there. He's not leaving anything open. Barsha's known to take advantage if things are open. Ken made it through the whoops cleaner, but he made a mistake. Oh man, Barsha made a mistake too. They're going over the triple. They're only a corner away from the finish. Oh my god. Barsha didn't do it. Ken Roczen got the win. But what a race between those 2. Wow. Alright, they're hugging each other. That's cool. That's really cool. Good sportsmanship. They're high-fiving each other too. Webb finishing second. What position is Tomac in? He is really struggling. Oh my god. But on his bad night, his challenger in the championship had a worse night. Eli Tomac finished 8th place. But that was a hell of a main event. And Ken Roczen is so happy right now. It's been a long time since he won a main event. Wow. What a race. That was a hell of a race. Holy crap. This is awesome. This is one of like those feel good moments in the sport. You can just see the emotion. Like he's wearing a helmet. Okay, and their helmets, they cover their face. It's kind of like you can actually see it. Like the helmets cover their face. And I'm actually blocking him. Move over a minute. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. Yeah. Ironically, the person I'm sitting in front of is the guy that won. Yeah. Their helmets cover their face, but you can see their eyes through the goggles, and you can just see the emotion on his face. That was really, really cool. That was a really good race too. Like I haven't seen a main event that was that good and that close and down to the wire in a while this season. It's usually been Eli getting the start and running away with it. So that's another thing I'll go ahead and talk about. If you guys don't know anything about Supercross or motocross, they do a points championship. And when you're leading points, your number plate is red. So you have a red background and a white number. So that's why when you look at like my picks up there, for the 450s, you'll see that Eli Tomac has that red. I gave him a red square and a white number 1. His number is 1 because he's the current champion. And he's leading points, so he wears the red plate during the race. It's the same thing with Hunter Lawrence. Hunter Lawrence is the points leader right now on the 250s. So he has a red plate with his number on it. But good racing for both the 250s and 450s tonight. And we got a dad joke. Let's see what it says. Animal fact number 25. Most bobcats are not named Bob. Gosh dang it. That's a good one. That is a good one. That's a really good one, actually. I don't even know how many points I have. So let's see. Let's see here. I get 26 if I get the winner on the head. That didn't happen because he decided to go over the bars. So I have... Didn't get points for the winner. Tomac, he wasn't in there. Webb, I got third on the nose. So that's, let's see, that's 21 points, I think. Let's see, how many? I don't get any points for Roxon because I had him in wild card. But I get 21 points for Webb. Barsha, I get 5 points, so that's 26 points. And then Anderson got 5th. Oh, I somehow made it out. Let's see. It's 26, 23, 21, 20, 19. So... if I'm doing my math correct, I somehow got out with 50 points. That's pretty good for how crazy that race was. If it would have been a little more predictable, if I would have had better picks, to be honest, if I would have paid attention during practice, and changed my picks based on what I saw, I would have been better off. But I'm happy with how this night was. I'm glad that Roxon got the win. I'm incredibly happy that Roxon won the race. It was just a crazy race altogether. Ken Roxon getting the win, start to finish. They're gonna interview him right now. Freaking hell. Walked up there with the freaking Kickstarter in his hand. What the heck? The last time Suzuki has won a race in this championship was in 2016, and he's the one that won the race. Ken Roxon. Wow. That was a really, really cool interview they just did with him. He's so happy that he was able to get that win on that bike. It's good to see him back winning races and feeling it again. Because when he's on, he's one of the hardest people to get around. He really is. He's one of the toughest people, one of the toughest guys to try and get around. All right, they're going to interview Barsha now. Oh, they asked him where his Kickstarter was. That's great. Barsha's one of those guys who is just getting faster the older he gets. I think it's like he's smarter, but... Ow! Wow. Yep. What? Wow. We have a change in the championship lead that just happened tonight. Cooper Webb has moved into first in points. So going into next week, Webb will have the red plate in the 450 class. This is the first time this year the red plate has not been on. It's going to be the first time this year the red plate has not been on Eli Tomac. It's all coming down to consistency. Oh, and he's got a smile. The man is smirking. They must have just told me as the points lead. He's got a smile from side to side. Mm-hmm. Wow. All right. So, little recap. Cooper Webb is the new points leader in the 450 class for the Supercross series. The 250 class doesn't really change. Hunter Lawrence is still going to be the winner. Next week, I'll be back on probably around 6 p.m. Pacific. Because they're back on the East Coast again. They'll be in Detroit next week. This week they were in Indianapolis. I forgot to say that. But they were in Indy this week. They're going to be in Detroit next week. So I'll probably be live again around the same time as I was today. So like about 6 p.m. Just right before the main event start. Pretty much I'll go live. I really want to thank everybody who stopped by today. Odds, thank you for stopping by. Mods friends, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sharing the stream out and getting people in here. I looked down and at one point I had like 15 people watching, and that is absolutely insane for me. I just really want to say thank you to everybody for stopping by. And I will be live on Twitch tomorrow morning. I'll be doing a WWE 2K22 live stream. I've been working towards a pay-per-view. So I'll be streaming that live on Twitch tomorrow morning. So if you guys want to stop by, go ahead and stop by. The channel name is the same. You'll get there and you'll see when you go to my channel, it says the home of Octane Professional Wrestling. Well, it says the same thing on my Twitch channel too. So that's how you know you found me. But it should be fun. But yeah, thank you everybody for stopping by today and checking out the stream. And I'll see you guys all next time. On that note, this stream is, wait for it, 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 odds don't sue me. This stream is dead.